Alright, this is pretty sweet. This looks way better.
Okay, I'm
Let me
excited.
show you something.
Only thing I have to do now, I have to get my script up here. Let me see.
Do you have chat enabled on this where I can send you a link?
Oh, again, I didn't even know these things were disabled. Let me do that for you. Should be. Because I've chatted before, but maybe it's under security. Yeah, it says that chat is allowed, so it should be.
Let's see. Do you see the chat?
In the bottom? Do you maybe I'll send you a message, that'll work.
There we go. I found.
I just didn't want to say hi.
It was hiding, yeah, it was just hiding because I'm screen sharing.
Okay, so go to that link.
Just if you want to, like, see the way it looks recorded.
Oh, okay. It's opening up.
So I can take this, and I'm going to I'll use this and another tool. So I'll record it on two tools. That way, if one of them messes up.
Hopefully, we just have to do this one more time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on. I'm going to have so many backup plans to my backup.
I was going to say we're going to. That's, you know what, though? I've done that before where you're, because you just don't know.
And that way I don't have to bug you again, and I can just edit the video and it will be perfect.
Well, if you do, you do. I mean, it's not bugging me. If we need to do it again, we'll do it again. I just would like to get it done because it's like, oh my gosh, it's like right there.
Okay. Is there any other section of this that you think you want me to read? Or do you want to do it the same way we did yesterday? Because it is going to be.
I can just read. You want me to read it and then you do the this is what you've experienced kind of part?
Yeah, I think that actually works really well because I was really distracted yesterday, even like just trying to like keep up. So.
No, I thought it worked really well. Yeah. It was just unfortunate it didn't tape because. So, do you think when you did the 3, 2, 1 like yesterday, for whatever reason, we seemed to miss the beginning of the video? Should I wait like another, 5 seconds before I start talking, or what do you think?
It's already recording.
Oh, it already is? Oh, well, then never mind.
I never shut it off. So, what I figured I'm going to do is just go ahead and, I'm going to take it into iMovie and edit this stuff out. So, there will be no 3, 2, 1. That way we do.
Oh, got you. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so, perfect. Let me go ahead and close.
So maybe we just do 2 takes of it. Let's run through it twice. That way, if I do miss anything for some reason or it glitches. But I feel really good about this. I have it recording, like I said, on 2 places. So it will have to be like an act of God for this to screw up.
Okay. Well, don't say that because I bet he could do it. Okay. I am, let's see. So I think what I'm going to do, it's because I can't have really both screens at the same time. I'll just start reading when we're ready, and we'll do the same thing when I say there's even an owl named Duo to assist you through the game, and then I'll wait for my turn again, and I'll finish it up, and we'll do it twice. Sound good?
Yeah, I think, did we mention our, any of our sources in the video yesterday? That's the only other thing that I noticed that I don't think we did, but some of the other videos did do.
Well, I said, like Duolingo was created by a team at Carnegie Mellon, and I put their names in there. I'm trying to see if I said an actual source.
Yeah, because we probably, like, you did mention the studies, but
studies, right?
I don't think you actually mentioned like who the.
Oh my gosh, some of these sources are huge. Like, like this one is Carrier and Pashler, Dirks, Kessler, Kirchner, Jaeger, Eisenkramer. I mean, it keeps going and going.
These
for one
semicolons
source
are for like they're separate sources. That's why they're like that.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know
like
how
mention the studies, but I don't know. Like if you want to just mention only one of them.
Okay, let me see how I can put it in there. Duolingo, I guess it's them. Gamification brings aspects of game theory. I'll put per a study by, oh my gosh, Zolbersky, I guess is how I'd say that. Zolbersky. I might just write it like that. Zolbersky. Because otherwise I'll be sitting there like that. So that'll work. Per a study by Zolbersky, gamification brings aspects of game theory into a non-game activity, which can be seen through Duolingo. So that one I'll do, and then let me do another one. I'll just do it like twice. Does that sound good?
That sounds great. Yep. And I will.
Another one.
I have the game pulled up. So while you're walking through it, the one thing that didn't work yesterday, and I think it's because of the tool that I was using, the parts that blacked out were all of the non-game parts. So I think if I just like the reason why that was, like, now that I'm using different tools, it would be fine. But I also kind of like looked at that and I was like, I don't know that I really need to go through like Duolingo.com. So I didn't really get through the entire app last time. So this time I might just, like, while you're talking through those first parts, actually show more of the game interface instead. What do you think about that?
That sounds good.
Okay.
That whatever you want to show, I'm just going to read, and like I say, I'll stop at my spot and I'll start up again when I feel like you're trying to hand it off.
Yeah, I just didn't see anybody else do anything like that. Like, they all stayed very much in the games, so I think.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay. All right. So are you ready when I just start reading?
Yep, ready when you are.
Okay. The language learning community extends to game-based learning, and Duolingo is an exciting platform available to use. This community is a group who gathers online to learn a new language by various forms of practice learning, like reading, writing, listening to languages, watching movies, and speaking in order to learn a new language. Duolingo was created by a team at Carnegie Mellon led by PhD students Liz Van and Severin Hacker. It offers various ways for players to learn to speak, read, write, and understand new languages, including forums to discuss proper grammar and dictation. Duolingo's website states that with over 100 million users, Duolingo has organically become the most popular way to learn languages online. And as the most popular application, it offers users ways to learn in every form. This program is a prime example of what is called a language learning community. Duolingo is a friendly environment for all types of people wanting to learn another language, whether it's for their job, travel, education, or leisure. This application can help the participants to communicate in another language or even read a book or watch a movie in their non-native language. This game is appropriate for all age levels who want to improve their knowledge of a foreign language, from young school children to older adults. Duolingo is also set up for classroom use, so teachers and tutors can use it as an educational tool. The social aspect is another key piece of the game and can help to encourage the user and their friends to continue to use Duolingo. Many end up playing the game longer than they would have otherwise. A 2015 study found that there is importance to this social support system as it leads to greater psychological well-being.
Une pizza.
Learners may choose to play Duolingo through their desktop or native mobile applications. Duolingo courses use a game-like concept called gamification to keep the user interested and keep them moving through lessons. Per a study by Zolbersky, gamification brings aspects of game theory into non-game activities, which can be seen throughout Duolingo in the form of strength meters, levels, lives, and so on.
C'est un
He's
cheval.
even an owl named to help assist you through the game.
C'est une orange.
Oops. That's well.
C'est un
The
croissant.
strategy of the game's format is to motivate users to constantly exert their efforts to make progress
Une
further.
orange et un croissant.
A definite sense of progress on mastering the foreign language when the mission in the game is accomplished. It also has a function that compares the participants' progress with their friends through a social network like Facebook. Much of the learning happens in the form of rapid-fire quizzes, which switch
Un cheval et un
back
chat.
and forth on speaking, listening, and writing. Per a study referenced by Carrier and Pashler and others, this is a proven method of learning, and there's even an done on Alzheimer's patients that discovered that taking a test after learning may help cement that knowledge for longer lasting memory of what was studied. Although other similar communities do exist, including Busuu, Fluent in 3 Months, Lingoholic, and others, Duolingo's unique and engaging interface, in addition to their research-based learning tools, have propelled them to emerge as the leader in the online learning, language learning environment.
So as you can see here, I just finished what they call Basics 1. So there are multiple sections to the learning, and the very first one that I did here, there are 5 sections that you have to complete to earn a crown, and that gives you this little gold area here, and then you have to maintain them by continuing to practice every day so that you don't lose that. And so as I skim down here, you can see I've made it into section 1 out of, I think there's 6, there might be more than that, but I'm obviously like still in pretty early stages for French. And then in the top you see the fire icon, which tells you how many days in a row somebody has been practicing whatever language that they're trying to learn. The blue ones are saved by a streak freeze. So Duolingo lets you earn these lingots, which is the the red diamonds in the top right hand corner, and they allow you to purchase things like changing out Duo's outfit or purchasing a streak freeze, or you can even bet against yourself that you will show up, practice every day for 7 days in a row, and then double your money, or your lingot. Really, it's not really money. So practicing is completely free if you would like, or you can pay and help the program, and that will just help you to keep your streak freeze. By paying for that, then they don't make you lose your streak as quickly. So you can see I have 94 crowns. I've been practicing for 160 days in a row. I have 540 lingots, and I've practiced multiple languages, although French is the one that I practice the most. The leaderboard here shows that I'm in the demotion zone of the second to highest leaderboard, which is Obsidian, just before the Diamond League. And if I don't practice a whole bunch today, I could be dropped out of the Obsidian League and back down to the Sapphire, the Pink League. So most people who make it past number 1 have over 1,000 experience points for that week's worth of practicing, and you can see streaks of people's practice. You can go into other people's pages, follow them, and the social aspect is really important here. But Duolingo is unique in that they have customized all of their application to have a very friendly, fun vibe to it with their design aspects, including all of their badges, which really builds into the gamification. So people will stay on trying to earn these different levels, and you can see I've earned a whole bunch of them, but not all of them. And you can also track who's following you, whether or not you actually know them personally, or you can add real life friends. I'll go into the shop really quick so you can see some of the things you can purchase. So you can have up to 2 streak freezes in a row, which means you can miss 2 days in a row before you need to purchase another one. Otherwise, you could lose your progress and have to start all over at the beginning. You can see the double for nothing. There's this fun timed practice, and then there are separate bonus skills depending on which language you're trying to learn. And then it just tells you a little bit more about Wingets. So this is fairly similar to what the mobile application looks like. I usually don't practice on a desktop. It's just easier for recording purposes. I really enjoy the stories. You actually earn experience points way faster by using Duolingo stories. It takes practicing for a little bit before you actually earn the right to do them, and the gold ones are the ones that I've completed. So you can see I do quite a bit. The discussion isn't really something I go into a lot unless I'm really confused about a sentence that just doesn't make sense, and I will often say if I think that something isn't quite right, because it's kind of giving back to the system. So Duolingo crowdsources improving their sentence structures. So that's a really cool aspect of this whole thing, is it's obviously very based around people, but also solutions. So this is Duolingo. I think that went pretty well.
I think so too, except it was making noise, while I was talking. So
yeah, I noticed that too. I wonder if I can mute the sound on here.
That's what I'm wondering, if we could do that maybe and try it again then, and because that was the only thing it kept. And then I didn't know if I should wait for you at the Duo the Owl, so I was like waited for a second. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep going.
I couldn't get out of there, so I was like, let's finish the level and then I'll give the tour. That might be
okay. So I will just keep talking then.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if you just finish the whole thing and then I give the tour.
Sounds good. So yeah, why don't we do it one more time without any sound if we can, and then I think we should be able to have it. That should be it.
All right, let me find the sound settings in here. Sound effects. No motivational messages. Just have to remember to turn those back on because I can work them. All right. Round 2.
Are we ready?
I'm ready if you are.
Okay, yep. The language learning community extends to a game-based language learning, and Duolingo is an exciting platform available to use. Can I start over?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, the first sentence got bumbled. Okay, if it was like in the middle, I wouldn't stop, but I'm like, if we're just at the beginning, the language community extends to game-based language learning. Oh my gosh, that first sentence is a doozy. Okay, I'm ready. So just start when I'm ready?
Yep, just start.
The language learning community extends to game-based language learning, and Duolingo is an exciting platform available to use. This community is a group who gathers online to learn a new language by various forms of practice learning, like reading, writing, listening to languages, watching movies, and speaking in order to learn a new language. Duolingo was created by a team at Carnegie Mellon led by PhD students Louis Van Aan and Severin Hacker. It offers various ways for players to learn to speak, read, write, and understand new languages, including forums to discuss proper grammar and dictation. Duolingo's website states that with over 100 million users, Duolingo has organically become the most popular way to learn languages online. And as the most popular application, it offers users ways to learn in every form. This program is a prime example of what is called a language learning community. Duolingo is a friendly environment for all types of people wanting to learn another language, whether it's for their job, travel, education, or leisure. This application can help participants to communicate in another language or even read a book or watch a movie in their non-native language. This game is appropriate for all age levels who want to improve their knowledge of a foreign language, from young school children to older adults. Duolingo is also set up for the classroom, so teachers and tutors can use it as an educational tool.
We're going to have to start over. I like totally.
Do you want to start over? I was wondering, I didn't know if I should stop either. I was like, should I stop? Should I keep going? Okay, no problem.
Okay, that did not work. Like, the sound didn't actually shut off, so it, like, interrupted you twice. So, I am going to just do... I'll demo, I don't know, the other areas or something. Like, that obviously was not working. Yeah, if you want to start over, I will not play the game until, I guess, you're done
That's
talking.
fine. Okay, so I can just start anytime then?
You can just start over, yeah.
Okay. The language learning community extends to game-based language learning, and Duolingo is an exciting platform available to use. This community is a group who gathers online to learn a new language by various forms of practice learning, like reading, writing, listening to languages, watching movies, and speaking in order to learn a new language. Duolingo was created by a team at Carnegie Mellon led by PhD students Louis von Ahn and Severin Hacker. It offers various ways for players to learn to speak, read, write, and understand new languages, including forums to discuss proper grammar and dictation. Duolingo's website states that with over 100 million users, Duolingo has organically become the most popular way to learn languages online. And as the most popular application, it offers users ways to learn in every form. This program is a prime example of what is called a language learning community. Duolingo is a friendly environment for all types of people wanting to learn another language, whether it's for their job, travel, education, or leisure. This application can help the participants to communicate in another language or even read a book or watch a movie in their non-native language. This game is appropriate for all age levels who want to improve their knowledge of foreign language, from young school children to older adults. Duolingo is also set up for classroom use, so teachers and tutors can use it as an educational tool. The social aspect is another key piece of the game and can help to encourage the user and their friends to continue to use Duolingo. Many end up playing the game longer than they would have otherwise because of the leaderboards. A 2015 study found that there is importance to this social support system as it leads to greater psychological well-being. Learners may choose to play Duolingo through their desktop or native mobile applications. Duolingo courses use a game-like concept called gamification to keep their users interested and keep them moving through the lessons. Per a study by Zolbersky, gamification brings aspects of game theory into a non-game activity, which can then be seen throughout Duolingo in the form of strengths meters, levels, lives, and so on. There's even an owl named Duo to help assist you through the game. The strategy of the game's format is to motivate users to constantly exert their efforts to make progress for the learning. It instills a definite sense of progress on mastering the foreign language when the mission in the game is accomplished. It also has a function that compares the participants' progress with their friends through a social network like Facebook. Much of the learning happens in the form of rapid-fire quizzes, which switch frequently back and forth between questions on speaking, listening, and writing. Per a study referenced by Carrier and Pashler and others, this is a proven method of learning, and there was even an interesting study done on Alzheimer's patients that discovered that taking a test after learning may help cement that knowledge for longer lasting memory of what was studied. Although other similar communities do exist, including Busuu, Fluent in 3 Months, Lingaholic, and others, Duolingo's unique and engaging interface, in addition to their research-based learning tools, have propelled them to emerge as the leader in the online language learning environment.
All right, now I am going to play one of the lessons here so that you can see what that looks like.
Un hôtel français. C'est un hôtel. Un billet d'avion. Tu prends le train? Elle va à Paris. Je prends l'avion. Un hôtel français.
So what you can see there is if I got something wrong, it would replay it over again later on, so you have a second chance, and it'll just keep doing that if you keep getting them wrong. But if you're really confused or you don't think that that's an accurate term, you can actually report it, and that's how they continue to improve. And there's also a discussion board similar to what I showed you earlier that you can click on and ask other players to explain something that doesn't make sense. So then it'll also track your daily goal, tell you how many experience points that you've been getting, and you earn ingots as you're practicing. So as you can see there, I just completed this lesson, gaining myself a few points for the day. Not quite enough apparently to jump me up on the leaderboard, so I'll have to play at least one more time to get out of the demotion zone and quite a bit more if I would like to move back again. The fastest way for me to do that would be to actually do a couple of the stories, but as Heidi was talking through this, I kind of gave you a quick demo through the entire application and how that works. So we got to see the experience points, how I can invite friends or see how they're doing and how I rank in comparison to my friends, as well as where I'm at on the leaderboard. So I'm in the second highest league, which is the Obsidian League, just before the Diamond. And the other thing that I showed you is they have multiple other ways to really stay in touch, being part of this community. The crowns, keeping track of how many you have, your streaks, so I'm on a 160-day streak, so on and so forth. So thanks for watching. I think that was decent. And I didn't interrupt you this time. I think I can edit this into something worthwhile. At least we definitely have the video. I'm just going to double check it really quick.
Okay. Your Minister Dirks has
to learning, and with the very first one that I did here, there are 5 sections that you have to complete to so you can go into other people's pages, follow them, and the social aspect of
then if you do the elves, so we I'm just gonna keep going.
I couldn't get out of there, so I was like, I'll just finish the level and then I'll give the tour. That might be
okay, so I will just keep talking. Okay, I'm ready. So just start when I'm ready. The language learning community extends to game-based language learning, and Duolingo is an exciting platform available to use. This community is a group who gathers online to learn a new